Yup, as you can see, this guy had not gotten a haircut in over 6 months, and he was looking rough. Homie had just ended his relationship a day prior to the haircut, and I told him, don't worry bro, we're gonna make her regret it. And don't mind the black eye, like I said, my guy was going through it. So with this haircut, I'm gonna start off by just wetting his hair completely, drenching it. After I emptied all the water from my spray bottle, I had a good little forearm pump. And when combing his hair, I made sure to use the wider teeth so my comb wouldn't snag when combing. Next, I'm gonna find where his hair naturally wants to split on the left side. I'm gonna make a section going from the crown to this point. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Next, I'm going to create a section separating the hair, starting from the ear level to the recession point, forming a small triangle. This ensures I only include hair from the fringe and keep the sides completely separate. Next, I created a small section right through the middle. Using the center section, I established a guideline to determine where his bangs fall. After that, I used a feather razor to create a horizontal line, shaping the front of his bangs and defining that overall look. Now once his bangs were established, I went back and created another small section right to the center, and from there I worked that length upward, connecting it to the top and eventually blending it all the way to the back. And at the top I created a round shape. Then I separated the back by creating a section from the crown to behind the ear. And to establish the shape in the back, I started by taking a small section from the center of the back and elevating it to create a shorter length at the top and longer length in the middle. Then to connect everything from the occipital to the nape, or from the middle of the back down to the bottom of the neck, I used a feather razor, allowing my hand to naturally slide away from the hair as I cut. This technique kept the longer length at the bottom, and I repeated this process all around the back. So after I finished the first section, I split it in half and move about an inch to the right. I repeat the same process, but instead of using the scissors at the top, I blend everything down into the previous section using my feather razor. This helps me create a more textured look throughout the whole haircut. And I'm gonna stop till I reach that last section that's behind the ear. And just to quickly show you guys, this was the inspo that he got the haircut from. Apparently they call it the Joey cut. Once I'm done with the back, I'm going to create a section starting from the back all the way to the recession point. Then I'm going to create a horizontal section, grabbing some hair from the back all the way to the front along the top of the side. And here I'm going to cut the length matching to that length on the side in a round shape, and I'm going to take that cutting line all the way to the front. Next, I'm going to create slight diagonal sections on the sides, connecting the length I just cut from the top. As I work downward, I'm gradually cutting shorter to prepare for the fade that I'll be doing in the temple area. I'm making sure that my fingers are slanted in and my knuckles are slanted outward. This will give me that length, that gradual buildup from short to long. And here behind the ear, I just grabbed a small section and blended the shorter lengths into the longer lengths a bit better. Then I created a section from the crown all the way to the natural split in the front. From there, I took the hair from the top and connected it to the sides, and ensuring that I consistently found that guide on the sides. I did this all around the head. After that, I'm going to create a section from the crown right through the middle of the head. Then I'm going to take the hair from both sections and connect it to the sides, using a bit of elevation just to create a more softer touch. Then using horizontal sections, I'm going to go along the top and just connect everything from short length to short length and getting rid of the longer lengths, creating a bit of a squared shape horizontally or from side to side. If any of this isn't quite making sense, don't worry, you can tune into the School of Barbering where I go in depth about everything I'm talking about in this haircut. Everything from precision cutting, blending techniques, and so much more. It's all the good stuff you need to take your skills to the next level. The link will be in the description down below. Now here I went back and used my feather razor to clean up his fringe. Next, using the number 3 with the lever closed, I'm going to cut into that length that I created with my shears. And I'm using my comb to help push the hair into the clipper. Next, using my thinning shears over comb, I'm going to go ahead and soften up that weight line. Then using the 1.5 with the lever closed, I'm going to go just slightly underneath that number 3 area. Then using no guard with the lever closed, I'm going to establish where my bald line will be. Then I'm going to move on with the half guard with the lever closed and go up about an inch, halfway of the distance that I went up with the 1.5. Then without switching guards, I'm going to open the lever and soften up that line I just created, flicking into that 1.5 area. And lastly, I'm going to detail using my thinning shears over comb. Then I'm going to use my shaver and bald everything underneath the fade. And I'm going to get rid of that bald line with the 0 closed. Now using the corner of my trimmers, I'm outlining the shape behind the ear. I'm going to be creating a nice round shape and going out as I go down, since I want to keep the hair towards the bottom longer. And I went ahead and cleaned up his beard with the number 6, keeping the chin area a bit longer. He did not want the fade too low, since we were trying to go for a more natural look. Now to style his hair, I went ahead and wet the hair a bit before I applied some sea salt spray. Then I'm going to blow dry the hair in the direction that I want it to flow. Funny thing is, the power did go out after this since I was using the blow dryer, and I had homie come back the next day to finish the styling. So then after applying a bit of texture powder, I went ahead and used the wide tooth comb and brought out just a kind of a modern style to his mullet. And as I'm combing the hair out, I'm using a bit of hairspray just to keep that shape in place. And yeah guys, this was the final result. Homie was stoked about it, he fell in love with the haircut. And not only did I do a modern style kind of look to his mullet, but I also gave him a glance of a messier look. which I'll show y'all in a bit. But I do want to thank all of you who've been liking, commenting, especially those who are subscribed to me. It really means a lot to me. I'm committed to bringing you guys more content and would truly appreciate your continued support. And if you haven't already, check out the School of Barbering. We're packing in a ton of value over there. But thanks again for being part of this journey, guys. I'll catch you on the next video. Just kidding. I'll catch you on the next video.